Hello students, lecture 28. In this video lecture we will discuss about the summary of Geography chapter 6 Manufacturing Industries. In this chapter, first article is importance of industries or importance of manufacturing industries. Industries are important for various purposes in our country. In India, manufacturing industry is a precondition of elimination of poverty and unemployment. Industries convert raw material into useful products. Industries and agriculture are interface of each other. Industries eliminate regional diversity. Industries help us to bring foreign direct currency through FDI or through export import. So these are some importances of manufacturing industries. Next article is ideal location for an industry. Where to set an industry is an important. So decision to locate an industry. First thing, decision to locate an industry. Second, availability, cheap availability of resources like land, machinery. Then further for process, raw material, labor, power supply, security, nearness to markets, etc. are the ideal location factors affecting the ideal location of an industry. Next article is classification of industries. Industries are classified on the basis of number 1, raw material. On the basis of raw material, industries are of two types, that is agro-based industries, the industries which use their raw material as agricultural produce. For example, sugar industry, jute industry, cotton textile industry, oil seeds, that is edible oil industry, etc. are examples of agro-based industries. Second is mineral industries, the industries which use their resources as minerals like steel industry, iron and steel industry, aluminum industry, copper industry, etc. are examples of mineral-based industries. Next, industries on the basis of main role. On the basis of main role, industries are again categorized into two parts, that is key industry or basic industry and the consumer industry. Key or basic industry is one industry which provides raw material for other industries. For example, iron and steel provide raw material for automobile industry, for electronic industry. Chemical industries are basic and key industries which provide raw material for plastic industry, for cotton textile industry, etc. So these are important for 1 mark. Next is industries on the basis of capital investment. Industries on the basis of capital investment are further of two types, small scale and large scale. Small scale, the industries whose investment is below 1 crore are considered as small scale industries. All handicraft, hand weaving, paper bag making, etc. these are run at a small scale. So they are called small scale industry. Their investment is less than 1 crore. Large scale industries, the industries whose investment is more than 1 crore of rupees. More than 1 crore of rupees. So all other industries, iron and steel industry, sugar industry, jute industry, cotton textile industry are examples of large scale industries. Industries on the basis of ownership. Private industries which are run by individual or group of individuals like Tisco, Tata Iron Steel Corporation, Bajaj, Reliance, etc. are examples of private. Public, the industries which are run and managed by government. For example, SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited, BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electronics, etc. are examples of public industries. Then on the basis of ownership are, that is cooperative sector industries. Cooperative sector industries are those industries which are managed and run by the workers, raw material producers. This type of industries are important. That is, cooperative sector nature industries, the industries which are managed by the workers and by the raw material suppliers. For example, sugar industry in Maharashtra is a cooperative sector industry. Coir industry in Kerala is an example of sugar industry in Kerala. So these are also important for 1 mark. After that, it comes on the basis of ownership, that is joint sector industries. Next is joint sector industries, the industries which are jointly managed by government and private. By government and private. Examples of joint sector industries are OIL, Oil India Limited. So these are the classifications of industries. Next, last part is the weight of raw material used. The industries, some industries use raw material as light in weight. For example, pharmaceutical, medicine industries, electronic industries, rich watches industries. They are light weight of raw material industries. Heavy weight industries, the industries whose raw material is bulky. Sugar industry, cement industry, iron and steel industries are examples of heavy industries. So next point is individual industries will discuss. Cotton textile industries. Cotton textile industries, if we go before independence, you will find that most of the cotton textile industries are located on the coastal towns, that is Surat, Mumbai, this side Madurai, Chennai, etc. Because earlier the trade was coastal trade. Trade was coastal trade. After independence, cotton textile industries spread all over India. Now, cotton textile industries are self-sufficient and they are adding remarkably to Indian GDP. Cotton textile industry are having their complete infrastructure within one premises. Next is jute industries. Jute industries, most of the jute industries are located in West Bengal along Hooghly river basin, because most of the raw jute or the jute producing areas are in the Hooghly basin river. There three things are that importantly found: that inexpensive water for processing raw jute, cheap labor from the neighboring states, that is of Odisha, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, etc., and the land, water and air transport available for jute markets. And Kolkata works as an urban center for providing banking and security for jute industries. Next is iron and steel industries. Iron and steel industry, these industries are mainly located in Chota Nagpur Plateau region because of two reasons. That is iron ore. Most of the iron ore mines are located in that area, and coking coal is also available in that area. Iron and steel industries are basically divided into two parts, that is mini steel plants and integrated steel plants. Mini steel plants are small in nature. They use ingots and they develop the specified ingots on the basis of requirement. They are staggered. Integrated steel plants, these are large steel plants, and all processing, all manufacturing activities take within one industrial premises. So these are mini steel plants and integrated steel plants. Next is sugar industries. Sugar industries are also spread all over central India. Most of the sugar producing states are UP, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, Haryana, Karnataka, Maharashtra, etc. So 60% of the total sugar industries are located in UP and Bihar. 60% of the total sugar industries. Nowadays there is a tendency of sugar industries to shift towards Maharashtra because of three reasons. Number one, the availability of quality sugarcane. Number two, the climatic conditions are favorable for storing and sucrose content is preserved, and crushing season of the sugarcane is prolonged, and sugar industry is cooperative sector industry in Maharashtra. Due to these reasons, now sugar industries are shifting towards Maharashtra, Karnataka, or towards western sides. After that, aluminium smelting industries. Aluminium is a lightweight material industry. Aluminium is resistant to corrosion. It is light in weight, so it is used for making aircraft bodies, utensils, and wires for electric industry. The constant power supply and assured raw material are the two important factors which ensure the success of aluminium smelting industries. That is automobile industries. Automobile industries are also spread all over India in major cities. Automobile industries make trucks, buses, cars, two-wheelers, three-wheelers, multi-wheelers, which provide assistance to transport luggage, baggage, and passengers. So the main automobile industries are Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata, Bengaluru, Chennai. So all big cities in India are available with automobile industries. Then IT and electronic industries. Information technology and electronic industry. IT industry plays an important role in providing information, whereas electronic industry makes all these mobile phones, radars, transistors, radio, and other electronic goods which are used in our daily life. IT and electronic. Bengaluru has emerged as the IT capital of India. These industries are also located in mega cities in India. Next is industrial pollution and management. Since industries run on one or the other type of fuel. So most of the industries use solid fuel, that is coal. Some industries use liquid fuel, that is diesel and petrol. So when these fuels are burned in an industry, then they produce a lot of pollution. Then it is air pollution. Then noise pollution, industrial mechanical sound, sirens, and other kind of manufacturing produce lot of sound, so noise pollution. Then water pollution or the thermal pollution, since industries use water for cooling of the machines and washing of the products. This way that used water is highly polluted and it is released into the water bodies, which pollutes. It is believed that 1 liter of industrial waste, liquid waste generated by industry, pollutes 8 liters of fresh water. So we need to think over it. Then after that it comes the air pollution, water noise pollution, thermal pollution, and then how to manage these pollutions is important thing. So industries are required to recycle, that is water should be recycled, it should be retreated before dumping it into the open. Then industries must make use of clean fuels which generate minimum waste product after its use. So this way, noise in the industrial areas, workers should be putting earplugs, earphones, etc., so that some diseases like hearing impairment, blood pressure related things, lung, etc. related diseases are developing. So the workers or the people living in nearby areas can be protected from all that. Noise pollution or the air pollution can also be mitigated, can be managed by using filters, by using fabric stacks, precipitators are some methods of controlling the industrial pollution. Then last article is National Thermal Power Plants. NTPC, National Thermal Power Corporation, is an international certification organization. It has suggested 5 ways, 5 methods of controlling industrial pollution. Number 1, maximum utilization of technology, upgradation of old and inefficient machinery. Number 2, ash pond treatment management of the waste generated by industry. Number 3, green belts around the industry. It should be planted with green belts. Use of cleaner fuels and online database management of the industrial information. So this way NTPC is one of the largest energy generating department of India and has got international ISO, international specification organized, that is certification issued by. That's why it is suggesting and it is maintaining all industrial pollution. So that's all in this lecture, that is manufacturing industries. After that, after this chapter, we will discuss the lifelines of national economy. Some points, some places are important for map work that we have discussed in lectures. So you have to see those points for cotton textile industries, for jute industries, for iron and steel industries, for aluminium industries, automobile industries, etc. On map work also you have to look. So thank you very much. Keep on watching.